The truck rattled down the empty road, its metal wall, and his wife squeezed their teenage daughter Jan as they braced for another jolt in the road. The relocation officers sat across from them, rifles slung over their shoulders, silent observers of the family's forced migration. Through the grated windows, Seng caught glimpses of their new home, Area 410C. The streets were cracked, weeds pushing through the concrete, and dilapidated houses stood in oppressive silence. Graffiti lined the walls. For unity and glory, a mockery of what this country once was. As they disembarked, a sharp voice greeted them. "You drew the lot, Mr. Wong." Vincent, the relocation officer, held out a clipboard. "Everyone must abide by the rules or there'll be chaos." Seng hesitated before taking the pen. "My son has asthma. What if he has an attack? We don't even have a car." Vincent smirked, unsympathetic. "Sign the paper or you're not a resident, then I can't help you at all." Seng clenched his jaw but signed. It didn't matter. Nothing did anymore. The first night in the house was cold. Bobby couldn't sleep. He shivered, not from the chill but from the unease that settled in his bones. He heard the noise first, light rustling sounds above them. The attic. Curiosity overpowered fear. With careful steps, Bobby climbed the attic ladder and pushed open the creaky door. A girl. A Malay girl, no older than 8 or 9, huddled in the darkness, her wide eyes reflecting fear. Her skin was dirty, her clothes tattered, but she was unmistakably real. Bobby gasped, "There's a Malay in the house!" The house erupted in panic. Seng's face twisted in horror and he reached for the wall phone. "We have to report her," he said, hands trembling. "No!" Sean grabbed his arm. "She's just a child. We can't send her to her death." The girl, mute, terrified, watched the family argue. Finally, Yan knelt beside her and whispered, "We'll keep you safe." Seng sighed, rubbing his face. "Only until Wednesday's inspection. After that, she's gone."
Over the next few days, the girl, nicknamed Panda by Bobby, remained silent but watchful. Yan smuggled food to her, and Bobby tried to make her smile with silly drawings. Slowly, she softened. Then came Hokar Leong.
"We've had reports of stolen medicine. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?"
Ho, a ruthless enforcer, knocked on their door with 2 armed men. His eyes gleamed with cruelty as he scanned the house. He asked, stepping closer to Yan.
"We don't steal."
Seng tensed.
"Maybe not, but I can ignore things. If you cooperate."
Ho smirked, brushing a strand of hair from Yan's face. Yan flinched. Vincent, who had arrived minutes earlier, saw the interaction and stiffened.
"Let her go, Ho. This isn't the way."
Ho's men moved first. Guns raised, chaos erupted. In the crossfire, Bobby fell first, a stray bullet stealing his small, fragile life. Shan screamed, shielding Yan. Another gunshot. Shan collapsed, blood pooling around her. Seng roared in anguish. Vincent lunged at Ho but was thrown aside like a rag doll. In the chaos, Yan grabbed Panda's hand.
"Run!"
Seng's world had ended in that house, but there was no time to grieve. He and Yan had only one goal, get Panda to safety. Auntie Koo, a quiet but influential woman in the underground network, agreed to help.
"Stay hidden until you're on the other side. It's your family's last wish."
Auntie Koo whispered, stuffing them into a truck loaded with furniture. As the truck neared the border, a sudden explosion rocked the ground. Ho had found them. Gunfire erupted. Seng, mortally wounded, shoved Yan and Panda forward.
"Take her to her people."
He gasped, slumping to the ground. Yan didn't look back. Yan and Panda crossed into Malay territory under the watchful eyes of armed rebels. For the first time, Panda spoke.
"Raifa, my name is Raifa."
Yan choked on a sob, pulling the child into a tight embrace as the weight of loss settled in her chest. Beyond them, the land stretched wide and uncertain, but at least for now, they were free.